While I always tell the parents that I work with that the devil is in the details, and I do mean that, the devil is in the details. It does matter if the record reflects something you asked to be on the record, and when you get the record back, it's not on the record. But what I don't want you to do is get caught in the minutia.
Yeah, and many parents do, Julie, and it's easy to understand why, because you sit in these meetings and you feel like you're banging your head against the wall and you've asked for the same thing over and over, and you feel like nobody's listening to you. And after time, it starts to get really tempting to get very caught up in the little disputes, because you feel like you're constantly battling them, and unfortunately, then it can become very tempting. So as an example, you can be in a situation where you have said year after year after year that your child needs another hour of speech, and year after year after year they say, well, we're only going to give him a half an hour of speech. And sometimes parents will come to me and their issues are huge. We have major problems with this program, and they're still stuck on that hour of speech, and I understand it. But if you end up getting most of what you're looking for across the board, to keep getting stuck on that one piece, it's just not productive.
Right. So you really want to assess the big picture. And as I say and you say, and it's a phrase that we both love, is this a hill that we're going to die on? Is this the battle you want to pick? You really need to think about that. And while we certainly don't want to underestimate the fact that something that's very important to you which might be minutia, really shouldn't be explored, but you really need to keep your eye on that big picture and prioritize your issues.
Right. So we want to make sure that all the procedures are being followed, and that the rules are being followed, and that things are being done by the book. But when it comes down to it, don't let things like personality disputes derail you from what is really appropriate for your child. So I see it all the time. There is a personality dispute between a parent and one particular service provider, and it can sometimes be long-standing, and you can feel it the minute you walk into a room. And sometimes there's a very good reason for that. But if overall you need to keep your focus on the program, don't let yourself get sucked into those personality disputes where sometimes parents will come to me and I'll say, if I had a magic wand, what is it you want me to accomplish for you? And if the answer is, I want the speech pathologist fired, I usually feel like we've lost sight of what the child really needs. And I can see why it happens, but we're here to say, take a deep breath, focus on the forest, not the trees, because really you're going to have a long time usually of dealing with the school district.